Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Rebecca, your Simply Fit nurse, and today we are going to talk about hydration. Did you like that subtle intro with drinking water? Anyways, let's get into it. The U.S. National Academy of Science, Engineering, and Medicine actually notates that there is a differentiation between how much water an adult male should drink versus how much an adult female should drink. An adult male should drink 15.5 cups of water versus an adult female should drink 11.5 cups of water. This is throughout the entire day. Really, I think the big question that everybody always has whenever I talk about this is, why is water important? Number one, every cell, every organ, every tissue in our body needs water to function on a regular basis. It helps get rid of waste in the body. It helps lubricate our joints so we can move better throughout the day. It helps regulate our temperature, and it also helps protect some of our cells. So it is very essential that we are meeting this requirement every single day to just stay as healthy as we can. I think that while we talked about how much we generally need as far as water, it's also important to really understand that if you are exercising, particularly if you're doing any kind of endurance exercise, those requirements could really change. Mayo Clinic put out a really interesting study. So they say that you should drink 17 to 20 ounces of water 2 to 3 hours before you start exercising. Then you need to drink 8 ounces of water 20 to 30 minutes before you start exercising or during your warm-up. You need to be drinking 7 to 10 ounces of water every 10 to 20 minutes during your exercise, and then drink 8 ounces of water no more than 30 minutes after your exercise to help replenish. I will link the study down below so you can take a look at those, because I knew I just threw a lot of numbers at you guys. What's really important to notate here though, is this is really only referencing an exercise that's probably 30 minutes long, potentially 45. If you're a marathon runner, if you're a long distance bicyclist, if you're doing a long strength training, you actually need to be drinking more water than what they're suggesting here. If you're exercising longer than an hour, you probably need to incorporate a sports drink, liquid IV, something with electrolytes in it, because you could really have some risk of getting rid of a lot of sodium or potassium or other electrolytes within your body that could put you at risk for other issues outside of just dehydration. Speaking of dehydration, let's chat about what a couple of those signs and symptoms look like. Signs and symptoms of dehydration are dizziness, lightheadedness, nausea, vomiting, muscle cramps, dry mouth, if you're not sweating during an exercise, and you probably should be. And then honestly, I'm sure you guys have all felt it before. I know I have after a workout where I didn't drink enough water. But if you're having a hard and fast heartbeat, that's also a really big sign that potentially you're just not drinking enough. Let's talk about the meat and bones of why I wanted to chat about water today. For me, this is something that comes really natural to me. I will say though, I have friends and family that this doesn't come as naturally to. So I wanted to give you guys a couple of quick tips to help you increase your water intake if it's not something that is going great for you right now. Get a big jug if you want to. I got this jug off Amazon. I will link it down below if anybody else wants to get it. What's really nice is not only does it have all of the ounces and all of the milliliters of water in it, but it also will tell me where I really need to be at every hour of the day in order to finish a full one of these. It's a full gallon, which is really nice, and it really keeps me on track. I can just look over and I see, oh, it's 9 a.m. and I still have a couple of ounces I need to drink, and I know I can guzzle it down and do well. It also helps me too, because I tend to get really enthralled in whatever it is that I'm working on at work, and I forget to fill up my water, or if I'm in a lot of meetings back to back, it makes it really difficult to quite literally get up and run downstairs and get some water. And filling up one of these every day is a lot easier. Another tip that I think can be super helpful is set reoccurring alarms on your phone. While this wouldn't necessarily work long-term, because arguably you're going to get alarm fatigue, set a reminder once an hour just to say, hey, have you drank water? Make sure you're drinking some water. Also, along with this is making sure at every meal you have a full cup of water and making it a priority to drink that full cup of water every single time you sit down to eat. For me, I'm a 3-meal-a-day girl with a snack in the afternoon, so that would automatically give myself 4 glasses of water. I'm halfway through what I need for the day. Another big tip that I think is super helpful is, as gross as it sounds, monitor your pee. If it is really, really dark and concentrated, you're probably not drinking enough. If it's nice and light, you are probably drinking enough. Really good way to know if you're hitting your goals every day, if you need to drink more or drink less. And then lastly, I myself am a coffee drinker, so I totally understand, but hydrate before you caffeinate. I by no means came up with this phrase. I've heard it from a million different people, but definitely make sure in the morning you're drinking water first before caffeine, because while coffee is great, it also is not really going to hydrate you. In fact, it's going to do the opposite. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned a little bit about hydration and how much water we should be drinking on a regular basis. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing so you can be part of the Simply Fit family. Have a good day, guys. Bye.